Stuff is gas. What's going on, guys? Alex here, coming at you with another YouTube video. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I'm going to show you what I'm eating for the whole day. So starting off, I just made some top sirloin, just the leftovers of it. I'm having 8 ounces of sirloin and 3 eggs. This is good muscle building, high protein, good healthy fats in it. I'm having a little bit of coffee with cream. No sugar though. Put the eggs on a tortilla wrap so I can get a little bit of carbs in there as well. But yeah, I'll pop up the macros on the screen here. Very high protein meal. Sirloin, amazing. What are you doing? Something that sucks is my wisdom teeth are like, they've already like broken through, but like the top and bottom one on my right side is like hurting. Like my gums are hurting. I think they're like really breaking through now. So I can't even chew on that side and it hurts like crazy. But we're gonna get through it. I gotta get them taken out here soon and I'll probably make a video on that, which will be really funny. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I put in my pre-workout stuff. So I do NitroFlex first off. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of these Ghost BCAAs, a little bit of the creatine HCl, some citrulline, and some arginine. I don't know where I put the arginine though. Some arginine as well. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be talking about how to grow your chest. Basically what I've learned over the past 4 years to really grow my chest, and what I would include if I was someone who didn't have a good chest and I really was trying to bring it up. So first thing, we're going to go over the 3 forms of hypertrophy, which I think is very important to understand when you need to bring up a muscle. I feel like you need to understand the 3 different methods that you can do to kind of include in your routine to really get the most out of your workouts. So the first thing is mechanical tension. Mechanical tension is basically the overloading force on the muscle fibers. It is kind of the maximum tension that you can put on a muscle. So this is for like when you're using big weights, like when you're benching. So we're gonna talk about chest mainly. So for chest, it's gonna be your bench. The bench is going to be the movement that recruits the most amount of muscle fibers when it comes to chest, because it's the heaviest movement you can do regarding an exercise for your chest. So mechanical tension basically recruits the most amount of muscle fibers, and it's a method of hypertrophy. So that's one method we're going to keep in mind. All right, so now next one is metabolic stress. So this is a process that happens when your body's going through like longer term exercise, and your body starts responding by creating like that lactic acid stuff. This helps with cellular swelling, increases like muscle size of muscle cells, and it is also a method of hypertrophy. So this would be like high rep sets. So say we're doing like a pec deck or isolation movement like flies or cable flies, when we're going like 15-20 reps and beyond, and we're doing a lot of time under tension stuff where the muscle keeps contracting for a longer period of time. This is great for metabolic stress, also known as like really getting a really good pump and stuff like that. The third method is muscle damage. Now muscle damage is like when you're going crazy, when you're like holding the isometrics, you're really going slow on the negatives, you're going past failure, you're doing drop sets. Really like high intensity stuff is going to induce muscle damage. Now the thing with muscle damage is you don't want to go too far with it, or else you're going to become catabolic, where you tear your muscle too much to where your body can't rebuild it enough. So if you're doing a lot of muscle damage stuff, you got to make sure that you're like in a surplus, getting enough rest and all that, because it can really tear down your muscles. But muscle damage is again going to be the slow eccentrics and stuff like that. So we're going to incorporate all 3 of these you need to be doing in your chest workouts and stuff like that. So for example, like I have a chest program on my website, like the 3, it's like 3, you hit chest 3 times a week. The biggest thing is to have that mechanical tension in, so make sure you're always hitting a heavy bench in any chest exercise. You need to have some type of heavier bench, either dumbbell or barbell. I prefer dumbbell just because you're hitting each side equally. When it comes to metabolic stress, the higher rep stuff, I love doing this when it comes to flies, higher rep dumbbell flies and stuff like that. Also maybe if I do like a hammer strength decline press, it's also great for going higher rep. When it comes to muscle damage, you should use this sparingly. I'd say use muscle damage techniques only on the last set maybe of each exercise, or you do maybe a drop set, or if you have a workout partner with you, you can do partials when it comes to maybe getting a few extra reps in on the pec deck machine, or a chest press machine. Have your workout partner help force a few reps at the last set. But these are all great techniques to help grow your chest. Now, when it comes to the muscle fiber types of chest fibers, for the majority of people, it's around 60% type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers. This means the chest is more of a stronger muscle, but is one that's going to fatigue quicker. It's not as good for going longer durations. I've really noticed this in my own workout stuff, because I can't work out my chest for like 20 sets in a workout. So to like really get a benefit out of this means you should be only hitting like 12 to 15 sets per workout for your chest when you're hitting it. Don't do a bro split where you're hitting like 20-25 sets for your chest in one day. That's going to become catabolic and you're really doing more harm than anything else. I recommend for a chest workout to get 12 to 15 sets in. If you're more advanced, 15 sets for your chest when it comes to, you know, like a push day, upper, lower, like anything like that. And then when it comes to a week, you should be trying to hit, if you're really struggling to grow your chest, I'd say to try to hit 30 sets max a week when it comes to volume for your chest. Another thing, again, the pre-exhaustion stuff. So I am so big on pre-exhaustion techniques because you can be lifting 315 on bench and as much as you want, but if you are not properly activating your chest fibers with a good mind-muscle connection, you are not going to grow your chest. Multiple studies I have seen have talked to that having a mind-muscle connection, the conscious act of thinking about your muscles contracting and feeling them is going to turn in greater mechanical tension, greater forms of hypertrophy, and you're just going to get better growth overall. Because you could be, a lot of people hit me up, they're like, Alex, yo, I'm like doing flat bench, and all I feel is my front delt working. I'm like, try pre-exhaustion techniques. So basically what you're going to do is before any chest workout, you need to get a pump in your chest before you go to the bench press. So for I like to do body weight push-ups sometimes, dips, I'll do cable flies. Any isolation movement where you can really force blood in your chest is going to be great for pre-exhaustion. Then once you get a little bit of a pump, you can go into your benching so that you feel your chest fibers firing and activating in your benching, which is the most important movement for growing a bigger chest. Another tip is you need to be training legs. If you're trying to grow your body, any muscle body part, you need to be training your legs, because training legs like squatting and stuff like that is going to improve your growth hormone, your testosterone. It's just way better for hormones. There's been a ton of studies done that show that when you train your legs, other body parts will grow just from the increase in hormones. Another thing is stop worrying about your 1 rep max. Your 1 rep max does not mean shit. It really does not do anything good to your workouts and stuff like that. I really don't believe in the 1 rep max stuff. Unless you're training just for strength, go ahead. If you're training for hypertrophy and trying to build size, the 1 rep max stuff has got to go. I've never do 1 rep maxes ever. Another little tip I have is the flex between sets. If you struggle with getting a mind muscle connection, getting a pump, flex like crazy your chest between your rest times for each exercise and stuff like that. It's a little tip that I like to do myself. Another thing we're going to go over is genetics. So genetics highly influence chest, like how your chest looks by the insertions of it. So what I mean by chest insertions, for example, here we have Jeremy Buendia. I like to say that I have a similar chest to him because we kind of have like that more fuller looking chest. It's very full. He doesn't have much of the line in the middle, but he's got a full chest, and you can kind of see where his upper chest is, and it's very full, and it's a rounder shape. Now when we get to someone like Jeff Side, for example, he's got more of a flatter chest, but he's got like that line down the middle. There's way more of an insert in the middle to where it's separated, so you can really see the difference between the two pecs, right? Jeremy Potvin, for example, if you look at some pictures of him, his chest looks weird. I mean, it's huge, obviously, but like it's just shaped mad weird because he's got weird insertions. So everyone has different chest insertions. People will ask me like, Alex, how do I get the inner part of my chest to like fill up? Like, you can't do that. Like for me, I don't really have the inner part. I just have a bigger barreled up, fuller chest. So I don't have much of the inner thing like Jeff Side does. So you need to take genetics into consideration for sure. But yeah, so I'd say I'll pop up some different exercises or workouts you guys can do here to try out. Again, I have a 8-week chest program on my website. I think it's $20, something like that. It hits your chest 3 times a week, but you're still hitting some other muscle groups as well. Doesn't neglect them. But the biggest things you should take away from this video is to do pre-exhaustion techniques, understand the different methods of hypertrophy, and incorporate all of them into your training trying to bring up a muscle. Make sure you're hitting enough volume for your chest, and make sure that you are, if you're doing like the muscle damage, you're getting enough rest, going in a surplus. You need to be eating at maintenance or a surplus to really see any actual gains. Make sure you're training your legs. Make sure you're not overworking your chest with stupid amount of volume. Don't be doing, 20, 25 set workouts. I mean, once you reach like the 12, 15 set point, really anything after that is going to do more harm than anything. So always remember that. And also stop worrying about your 1 rep max on bench. That really, if you're trying to really grow it and you don't care about strength, you need to just stop thinking about that. Because myself, I'm not a strong lifter at all. My 1 rep max is awful, but I have a really big chest. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, took something away from it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. I'll be posting a lot here soon. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Appreciate you, and I'll see you guys later.
Listen.